than the women's hurdles. You have to be so technically efficient in the men's 400 hurdles. If you make any mistakes, you hit them, you clip them, it can send you sideways, which then is hard to turn your body back around and then run off the hurdle beautifully. You could see with the ladies' race just before that one how they had smooth techniques, and they probably looked a little more efficient over the hurdles, but it's because of the hurdle height. As soon as it's jumped up, and these guys are still pretty young, they don't have the core strength of senior athletes. It's a tough ask, really tough ask, but they did it well. They got around, but you can, if you watch the replay on this one, you'll see that there was a few messy techniques, which means that those guys, a lot of them, can go a lot faster, which is exciting for the future of the men's four hurdles.
And as you saw there, when you do stutter that much into a hurdle, you just lose so much speed. You pretty much just wipe it all off, and then you're having to try and gain that momentum back when you're absolutely fatigued at the end of a race after going over 10 hurdles, and it does make it tough. Really does make it tough. And there's the athlete on the runway for the javelin throw. So that's the under 18 men's javelin throw. That was McDonald from Queensland. And there's the results there from the under-20 men's 400-metre hurdle final. Harvey Moran, Victorian, 52.96. Great time there. Daniel Rowley, the Matt Lynch coached athlete from Queensland, 53.56. And Matt Walters from out of the Matty Beckenham stable, ACT, 54.10. Producing more and more good 400-metre hurdle athletes. Zobst from South Australia. Fox is out there. Pulls back. It's over the 30-metre mark there for Fox. Simon Young from the ACT on the runway. So Harvey Moran didn't do the time this time around, but he has done that qualifier for the Under-20 World Championships. He's got himself his gold medal, which means he has booked his flight to Finland. And I'm sure he is looking forward to that. Now
do you reckon the flight to Finland, how long? We said it was about a day and a half.
Yeah.
What do you do? And obviously travel, being an international man of mystery, international athlete, travel is almost another event in itself. How to prepare. You're not just hopping in the car and driving down the road.
No.
You're not flying. Probably the West Australians in domestic competitions are the best at travel, but international travel, especially Europe, it's a whole different beast. It
really, really is, and it's something you obviously have to learn to adapt to, because the first time you do it, it can knock you around a lot, because it's something your body's not used to having to deal with. But there's a lot of different things that you can do to put in place. Obviously, ensuring that you fly at the right time, because there are good times to fly and bad times to fly. If you have a stopover, best thing to do, if you can, try and get somewhere to refresh yourself, go for a bit of a walk, try and have a shower or something like that, to then break up the flight, so then it feels like it's another whole flight altogether, and it doesn't seem like it's this continuous one travel. And then when you get there, depending on what time you arrive, if you arrive in the morning, it's essential to try and stay awake through to the evening.
Try and get on the time as soon as possible.
Yeah. And if you arrive at night, no matter how awake you may be, you try and go to sleep, so then when you wake up in the morning, start of a new day, and off you go.
And I've always found it is so much easier going west, I've found, whereas going east can really rock you.
Okay, it depends.
So going to Europe,
how far you're going. So coming from Western Australia, coming east was easier than going west because of that period of time
used to
difference.
Yes.
So I found it easier coming here to run at 9:30 at night, because it's only 6:30 back home.
Yes.
You go the other way, you run at 9:30 at night, it's 12:30 at night.
Yes.
So But when you go internationally, yes, I agree. Going west is easier than going east, I believe.
So going to Europe, you might find it's maybe only a 6-hour time difference sometimes, but coming home,
It's nasty.
I know. Coming home from Russia, it was a 38-hour flight, and I woke up at 1 a.m., wide awake. Not a lot going on at 1 a.m. At one point, when it got to 4 a.m., I was 3 hours deep, flicked on Facebook, guess who was online? Everyone else who just came back from Russia. So we're all in the same boat. We're all struggling. So it wasn't great. I did fall asleep at 6 p.m., dropped dead asleep.
Yep. I have missed a day before, Nelly. So I went to sleep one night, slept all the way through till late afternoon, evening, then got up, and then it was time to go to bed. And I couldn't just stay up because I had to go somewhere in the morning. So I went back to bed. So I literally...
That's all you can do.
Spent maybe an hour of that day awake. The rest of the time I was sleeping.
Went to America a couple of years ago. It's a tough flight. You do leave at like 1 in the morning. Oh, sorry. About maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. You land at 6 a.m. the same day. So you land 4 hours before you left. And you've got to stay awake. I had a mistake. I was going to go for a nap. Had a full 8 hours sleep between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. And I was like, well, I've just ruined my trip.
You have. It's done. It's over. See you later.
Somehow, got back to sleep for another 8 hours. Don't know how. Sweet.
Okay, so you were extra rested.
I was super rested.
There you go. You're extra rested. As we see there, still out there, the under 18 men's javelin throw. Queensland athlete.